Kostas has just dropped us off here, this little island. We're going to have a coffee and then he's going to pick us up again.
I'm Barry.
I'm Aannsha.
This is the continuing journey of Sailing ABC.
Guess where I am? I'm in Kash. And guess where I'm going tomorrow?
That's Greece. That's Kastellorizo.
I was lucky enough to be in Kash while they had the Kash festival. So I'll show you a few snippets of when I went out one evening, although I can't actually use the music that was being played by the band because of copyright. While I'm here, I'd like to say a really big hello to Joyful Helen, who's our newest patron. Welcome aboard, Helen. It's great to have you as a part of our ABC family. Now, let's go to Kash, and then let's get the ferry to Kastellorizo. Summer in Kash town.
Kash at night in summer is just beautiful.
I'm very fortunate to be able to stay with our friend Hakan, who lives on the hill in Kash, and he's got a fantastic view of Kastellorizo. So this is Kash waking up in the morning. Next stop, get the ferry. Hakan showed me a shortcut down to the harbour, so I'll take you with me. So we're approaching Kash Town Harbour now, which is where the ferry is going to go from. Got to go through customs first before we board. And customs is next to the Coast Guard. That's the Coast Guard there. And that's the Mace Ferry. I think I'm a bit early yet, so I'll just have a little walk around and come back when they're boarding. I'm one of the first people on board the ferry. This is the Mace Express. We're sitting in customs at the moment and we're not allowed to film. So once we leave the harbour, I'll take you up on deck and I'll show you our little passage over to Kastellorizo. Even in the harbour, the water's really clear. It seemed like 3 years ago since we were moored here over winter. We were just there. Woohoo! We're off! Oh, it is so nice to get back out on the sea again, even though it's only going to be a short trip. I wish Baz was here as well. But he's still in the UK earning money. It's really nice, it's flat, calm, the sea, and there's pretty much no wind at all. We're making our own wind as we travel forward, so but hopefully this camera will pick up what I'm saying. That's Dodecanese over there. It's a good anchorage, although it does get a bit rolly. And there's the amphitheatre. That's well worth going to because it's really well restored. And if we were in a race, I think we're winning. And they're hoisting the Greek courtesy flag. So we must be in Greek waters now. Yay! as the Greek flag, just in case you're not sure where you are. I think that's where we're going there. I've had a tip to beat the crowds at the passport office to get to the back now. So I'm on my way. Those lines are a bit thicker than ours. That's my job usually. And just like that, I'm in Greece. I do wish Baz was here though. So welcome to Kastellorizo. The water is absolutely crystal clear. Wow, look at this big fella. He must be about 1 metre or longer. I'll give you a bit of a history of Kastellorizo through the video, but right now let's just take a little walk around the harbour and see what there is to see. I wanted to take you to see the Blue Grotto, which apparently is bigger than other ones in the world, and as I walked along there was a group of people getting onto this little boat, and let's just do it. It's probably better to go now while there's no wind, because the wind usually picks up later in the afternoon. So that means the sea will be calmer and we'll have more chance of actually getting into the cave, because there's only about 1 metre clearance from the sea to the roof of the cave entrance. Oh, there's a Lyceum tomb there, look. There it is. Oh, I don't know that we'll get under there. Looks like we've got a high tide.
So
Yeah,
please,
yeah.
can you close the camera?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Well, look at this. I will make 2 tours in the cave and then I will go out. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
We can make a nice few, nice photos.
Kostas, you're awesome.
Thank you very much. That open make the reflection of the light. The right side, see? Right side.
Right side.
Empty. Empty place, yes.
Oh, I see.
The
Yeah.
amount stop 1 meter in the sea. Wow. That's why make the reflection.
It's not blue.
Look up to the all this area, a lot of stalactites.
Wow, this is stunning. Look at this.
Have a look inside now, please. Everybody inside.
Wow.
That's another fast tour and then we go out.
Yeah.
Everybody lay down. Please don't put any hand up. How I go outside, please stay down. Stand down, please. Don't move anymore. Ready? Stay down, please.
Wow. Thank you.
Let's do it. Let's have a coffee. Crab pots. You've got to miss those. Oh wow, we're going there. Woohoo! Chocosel, I don't know what that is in Greek. Tell us what very beautiful is in Greek, Nikos, please. Kostas has just dropped us off here, this little island. We're going to have a coffee and then he's going to pick us up again. The ubiquitous little church. I love these places. So this is called the Island of St. George and it's so pretty. It's just eye candy whichever way you look. We came in to the harbour around that cliff and when we go back, we'll go back there and then we'll walk up and over that hill to this little beach here and then to this little harbour here and then walk back over that road there. So we should get a good view. If you come to Kastellorizo and you get a ferry to have a look at the Blue Grotto, you have an opportunity to come to this little island, St. George, and they do meals and lots of lovely drinks including freshly squeezed orange. And there are plenty of places to get some sun if that's what you're into, and you can also swim here as well. This is one of the ferries that actually island hops. It's a Greek ferry, Blue Star ferries, and you will probably remember one of those coming at us full steam when we were in the wrong anchorage space. He wasn't too happy and we had to move really quickly. Just for your information, if you're coming to Kastellorizo, you can actually island hop on the Blue Star ferries to Rhodes and then from there to all the other Greek islands. Mediterraneo.
We went to Venice years ago. We didn't
Got to check out that movie if you haven't seen it already. I just love the colours of the Greek little fishing boats and the Greek houses. The ferry that we just took, including the trip to the little island, cost €15. Now, from the harbour here, the main harbour, there is a path that goes up some steps and it goes to the top of the hill. So that's where we're going next, guys and gals. Look at this. There are a few hotels in Kastellorizo and some people do stay over, so I think it would be very pleasant to spend the evening here and look at the lights on the mainland. This is being renovated. That's where we're going next. I'm filming this towards the end of June and I don't think it's as busy here as it could get because the summer season is only just starting. The streets and the buildings aren't too crowded. The whole of Kastellorizo Island is made out of limestone, which is why there are some caves, such as the Blue Grotto that we went into earlier. But there is no source of fresh water here, and there's not really a lot that can be grown on the island either, because the soil quality is not very good. This is the bay that's on the eastern side of the island, and as you can see there is some anchorage area, but you have to be really careful because there are lots of little sunken reefs in and around this area, but very sheltered from the looks of things. This little harbour doesn't have any bars and restaurants, but there are plenty around the main harbour. Kostas, our captain who took us to the Blue Grotto, recommended that we climb these very steep steps because there's a fantastic view from the top. So let's go. They are very steep because I'm hitting my shins on the step that's above where my foot is. Okay. There goes a knee. How close to the edge do we dare go? That's close enough, I think. Ferry's leaving. Look at the colour of that water. Oh, hello, look at that. Little sentry post. I'm hoping this is the way down to the other harbour that we saw from the hill. Yay! A lot of the houses that were originally standing during the Second World War and before that have fallen into disuse. The population of the island has got smaller, and yet it thrives on tourism. I think they must have been hit really hard with COVID because the ferry from Cash was cancelled, so a lot of the people used to go to the markets on a Friday from here to Cash, and of course all of that was cancelled. They can't grow a lot of food. They would have been dependent on the Greek ferries obviously during COVID because there was no crossing borders between Turkey and Greece. Anyway, we're here at the other harbour now, and the name of the harbour is on the screen right now. It's just for the local fishermen and for a few yachties that like to anchor out. That looks tempting. I'm going to paddle. Hey Baz, here's a doer-upper. That would be a real creative project, wouldn't it? That's the little island that we went to for a coffee after we'd been to the Blue Grotto. And here we are back at the harbour. I will find somewhere to have lunch. This is Hakan's friend Sabas. And this is your restaurant?
My restaurant is this one.
Yes.
Baracade restaurant.
Thank you. Fresh fish, octopus, and speciality of Kastellorizo, these little shrimps. Thank you. Look at that.
Enjoy your food.
Thank you. I've ordered a rocket and parmesan salad and mini shrimps with some lovely Greek bread. Cheers. Doesn't get any fresher really. After lunch I explored the rest of the main harbour. Right, so just back one from the harbour is the place where you can rent bikes and get tickets for rooms and yachting services. So if you come by yacht and you want to moor here, You can actually come up onto the town quay.
With your yacht,
Yeah.
you have to go to the travel agency.
Okay,
They are going to tell you exactly how much is for one night.
okay. All right, so we don't have any exact figures because it depends on the length of your boat. But at the moment, there's plenty of spaces. So here's an old church. Wow. This looks like hotels, or a chain of hotel, Poseidon. Be a nice little spot to come and have a night or two in a really quiet, pretty little place. The rest of the island behind the town looks really rocky and barren. And these mountains here are really steep. There is a road or a path that goes up there, but I don't have the time or the inclination to do that today. Coming to the end of the other side of the harbour now. There are more hotels on this side and fewer restaurants, I notice. So it's a bit quieter. And then that looks very exclusive, the Megisti. Megisti is actually the other Greek name for the island. It's a more ancient name, I believe. The tiny amount of battery I've got left, I'll take you to the far end of this side of the harbour. I believe there's a mosque along here as well. At times they were both Christian and Muslim. And here's some more beach bar-y type places. Wow. Ah, and customs office. So if you do come here and you're looking for the customs office, it's right at the end. Look for the mosque and you'll find the customs office. Smells good. Look at this, it's just beautiful. I know I keep saying that, but it really is. So as you can see, there is more than just the front of the harbour to explore. There are little lanes and each one has got colourful buildings. It's one thing the Greeks do absolutely beautifully is they colour their buildings really brightly. And even buildings that are run down have got a certain majesty about them, don't you think? Greece and Turkey definitely have different vibes and a different way of presenting their cultural beauty. It shows in the architecture, in the food, in the language. Both peoples are very, very friendly, welcoming and warm. Look at this. My work is done here now. I've brought you all around Kastellorizo and hopefully you will have enjoyed some of the history as well. And I'm just waiting for the ferry now, so I think these 2 drinks will keep me going. Well, and a final goodbye as we leave Kastellorizo and go back to Cash.